on? That pile of crap that Jonas Venture made? No! He was a super cool robot! Fucking Dr. Z. Oh, the side characters in that show got Bobby Bar headers on this baby.
Oh, remember that one girl that like Dean hooked up with in that biodome when he
with the forearms, yeah.
She sounds a little bit like Mint Heart.
Okay, wow. By the way, we're streaming
Okay,
Riley. I figured I'd tell you that.
Whoa there, buddy. Easy there, Dean Venture.
I didn't mean that as an insult. I meant that because their voices sound so similar.
Nice.
Yes, if any.
First also high.
I have a Chinese albino, much more rare.
Bunk.
I see you have an albino. Mine is Chinese. He doesn't have an albino. Like,
is it?
It's like saying that shit in front of the guy. Like, what a dick.
Where are you streaming?
Like talking to Billy, I see your albino is way more common than mine. Pete's just like, he doesn't have an albino. Get fucked.
Wait, is he saying St. Cloud doesn't have an albino?
St. Cloud, no, like Pete. St. Cloud says, standing with Pete standing there, oh, my albino's a lot more rare than yours. You don't have the one you have isn't as good. And like, Pete's like, fuck you, he doesn't have an albino.
I finally got that.
Oh, yes, he does, Pete. Oh, yes, he does.
Oh, if you want to be dead, Riley, I could get a thumbnail made and we could just sit around roasting Lightning Bliss and call it the Riley Miller Hour.
No. I'm good, fam. I'm good.
Okay,
I don't
just
need that in
figured
my
I'd
life
offer.
right now.
Hi, Unfunniest. How are you today? Did you enjoy your little joke, sir?
Oh, everybody gets one. Is that what they say?
Yeah, they all get one, they say.
Yeah.
If you want in on Funniest, you could chew me out. I'm all ears.
How's it like?
Who knows? Maybe.
I don't get me
Augie
wrong. I mess with Blissy a lot of time too, but as a friend.
No, that's what I'm hoping to do.
Wait, what? What happened? Yeah, what's
Yeah,
what
I've never screwed with Bliss with. Okay, there was that one situation with the art, but I've never really gone after Bliss.
Well,
with
the plushie, but that's like everyone gets a bad merch made sometimes. Like you just gotta.
You abandoned me, and my love.
No, if I would have done that about.
Afraid of shoes with laces.
If I would have done that
shoes without laces.
If I would have done that to Brony Inspector with fucking like his fucking Daki Makras, they'd be fucking hell to pay.
He has Daki Makras.
Yeah, he's the.
Oh
Daki
no,
guy.
they like yeah.
You know this? Jesus,
All the
man.
doggies. You need a horse? You need an anime waifu? What do you need? A furry? You need some furry nonsense? What do you need?
I wasn't like I was saying that more as just bewildered that you had those.
No,
He deals in
yeah,
Daki
I
Makras
have them.
and Daki
I have a
accessories.
garage full of them.
Oh, that must be awkward when the police come around.
No, what do you mean the police? What do you? I'll be like, yeah, someone
There
was
we
in
go.
here trying to steal my doggies. Thanks for showing up so fast.
Yeah.
I'm a pillar of the community. I don't think you understand.
So we're arresting you for prostitution for selling the waifus.
Yes. You've been trafficking waifus into this country from Canada for the past 6 years.
I'm pretty fucking.
I don't know how those got here, sir. Those plushies are completely allowed.
I have a.
I have all my
degree.
papers in order.
So I was just about to say here, since Unfunniest is in the chat, if you just go on like random accusations, my ex would love to meet you, Unfunniest. I encourage you to go
Wait.
look at-
Unfunniest is here
Yeah,
now.
yeah, he's in the stream. I just figured
Oh.
I'd ask. You know, like I said, you
Shit, what's
you
he
should
doing?
mark it out.
Why doesn't he?
Yeah, you should mark it out to disgruntled and disgruntled fucking exes. I think you'd have a full business there.
Disgruntled.
Yeah.
I mean, if that was your whole thing, was just like I give whatever disgruntled ex out there credibility for a few minutes, like you would have, they'd be
Watch
lining
that
up
show. Are you
outside,
kidding me? Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
They'd be lining up outside for that.
Yeah.
What's which channel are you streaming on?
Fanon Frenzy.
Okay, on the good channel.
Fuck, I'm stealing that idea if you don't take it on Funniest. That'll be disgruntled exes on Fanon Frenzy. Strictly allegations. No facts required.
No facts required.
Oh, fuck.
Where'd everybody go?
Alexander the Greatest. Go, you're on the line. Go ahead. That's an old one there.
Yes. Is that your bed, Riley? What are you doing?
I don't know. I accidentally pressed a button. I'm pretty gone right now.
Okay. I mean, I could switch
Sorry.
over to Skype if you want to be on stream. Shit.
I turned off the camera. I pressed it accidentally. I was trying to get it back. I'm not used to
You
it.
just
I'm
missed
mobile
a white boy with a derby hat, people. It'll never be up again.
Gaming.
Yes.
I'm good, mate.
Oldie.
Wait, well, hold on. Gaming. Why is that better than making some new friends here and
Yeah.
clearing the air? Like, why is that a bigger priority to you than people who?
Yeah, I like
What?
fucking Unfunniest's like intros and stuff, and just there's some Hateful's
No,
pointed out.
I'm
Hateful's
not,
pointed out
like
some
the
of his
production
facts.
value is good, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hateful's pointed out some of his facts. They're interesting. Creative.
You could like.
little too much
Fuck,
razzle
if
dazzle.
Anthony had your production value, they would have fucking Fox would have hired him by now.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude! Yeah, I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I hope that wasn't too much.
Why? What did you do?
I took another hit.
Oh, okay, all right, nice. I hope I didn't get too high right now. You are on the high end right now.
Oh yeah, that's what we
I-
called it, the high end.
Yeah.
I'm having this strain called Durban Poison Cross
Okay.
Pangea.
Durban poison. All right, Pangea. Is not a strain. I know. What is that? An indica, sativa? What is Pangea?
I have no idea. That's why I'm kind of curious. I picked it up because it has like an 86% THC count.
That's
like
a lot.
Tell you what,
Yeah.
guys, since people are clearly bored, and if I knew that I was going to put real content on right now, we'd be streaming from the main channel. But I wouldn't want to bore Hateful, so let's get to that. Let's get to a reading, shall we?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. I feel it.
So damn hot, Anthony. It's too damn hot for a reading right now. Damn it, Anthony. I certainly
my.
not ready for a reading at this point in time. Damn it, Anthony. It's too damn hot for this.
Alright, let me see. I don't want to read off any more of Buttons' comments for the time being. Where the fuck is the, where'd those Mint Heart conversations go? Fuck.
Those heartful mint conversations.
I have too many Purple Tinker, Grizzly, Brony
That was
Con20s.
yeah. This like and
I
then
have
well,
so
I mean,
many. Holy shit! I'm so tired of this crap. What's
yeah, Purple Tinker. It's like wow, this was. Didn't this happen once already? Like
Oh, you know what?
Well,
Let's read off some of Tinker's stupid bullshit, shall we?
why not?
Yeah, why not?
Because this is one of those things where it's like, damn it, Perps. Like, well, I'm leaving the fandom. That's what. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, it's dying. That would be part
Yeah,
of it.
like, yeah. If I had a lot on the line and very little to gain from continuing, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, here we
oh,
go.
you're just planning your pivot now. I mean, I get that maybe using this to boost the whole like Brony Con didn't say shit about this, but really I think it's just like,
Okay, here we go.
oh wait,
Yeah, here's
Purple
their.
Tinker.
If,
You go.
if you aren't ready to vote in general, no matter who gets the nomination, you are part of the problem. I don't like Biden, I don't like Bernie, and I don't like Kamala either. What the fuck about Buttigieg? Fuck you, Tinker.
Oh.
Yeah, what
Oh,
about our
Buttigieg.
gay Lord and Savior Buttigieg?
Yeah, Buttigieg.
Buttigieg.
Yeah, I'm calling
Where's
it-
about Pete? What about Pete? No policy, just gay, fucking veteran. What more do you want?
Yeah, no shit, Tinker. What
God
the fuck?
Yeah.
damn.
God.
I was
Like
I
I want
drag
a
myself
pretty
over-
face. I want a fucking pretty face with no policy and a good military service record. That's all I need.
Identity politics.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
the identity
Per-
politics.
Yeah.
Bernie
How about
Inspector
I
promises
go
he will
full
sing
identity on
Miss
this? Like,
Birthday
yeah, but he's
Mr.
cute, and I bet he looked real cute in that uniform and everything, and I'll vote for him. I don't care what. Like, oh, he fucked over the black people in South Bend. Oh, good. That should get him elected.
Oof.
Oof! I'd drag myself over the broken glass to vote for any of them over Trump. You should too. Fucking, who was it?
How do you not just like Peter Buttigieg? I don't understand.
'Cause it's
As a
policy.
shallow, raging bisexual, he's absolutely perfect.
Oh, fuck. You know what? Who's enjoying the Purple Tinker stupid shit? Because we're gonna keep going, kids. Oh,
Yeah, if any, like, no, that, like, you can't like come like the Purple Tinker, like, well, and that is why I'm leaving. I resign my office as self-appointed most important person in this fandom. Like,
who the fuck are you?
oh, nice, you selling that printer? Like, I'll drive. No, if like Purple Tinker was like, yeah, I would leave right now. I would get in my car, drive the hour and a half with fucking Waffles money and buy the printer. I would be like, no, I greenlit that purchase with company money, and he'd be like, wow, good move. Like,
All right, so let's get to fucking I'm leaving the fandom bunk. Okay. Let me shrink this bitch down a little bit.
you gonna pivot into furry? I hope so.
Okay, you know, anyone who doesn't like what's going on, tough shit, blame hateful. We were just gonna be assholes. I'm leaving Brony #Brony fandom because I am sick of being the only big name fan willing to openly confront.
Big
Self-appointed most important person in the fandom.
All right, wait for this shit.
Self-appointed.
Let me get this off my chest. Digibro would have jumped out of a building and slit his throat on the way down if he was as small as you when he left the fandom. Big name
Wow!
fan.
I don't think we can get lower than that today, Anthony.
Jesus Christ.
You have set a new bar.
His editor fucking
Jump
would've jumped
around
out
the
a
limbo
window
stick.
and slit his throat on the
Oh.
willing to openly confront real problems, not keep them quiet in the name of good PR and avoid drama. Simple as that. The fandom
Where
used
did
to
you
have-
get that message? Wow, that seems kind of cut and paste. Where did you get that message from?
Oh, that-
Certainly not from with anyone who has something to lose right now. Like,
Simple as that.
I wonder if she knows no one gives a shit about sea bronies and that cruises are for boomers and no one wants to be on a boat. Like,
The fandom only used to have one such person. Now it will have none.
no,
Get
that's the thing.
fucked.
It never, ever had just one such person. It always had a bunch of them. We just weren't aware of it until that one big name came to be. That's the fucking fact.
Alright, so-
anyone who has a fucking different perception of that needs to get their fucking head out of their ass.
All right, so wait,
It has
wait.
been a problem. It just was a problem everyone became aware of at the same time. That is so annoying.
So let's do it like this. See Purple Tinker there, and this is me being grossly unfair. 84 subs. Got it?
Yeah.
All right. Da 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 da. Wait for who I'm typing in now.
No,
What's that?
Oh,
Oh, is that
no.
Brody Inspector with nearly 2 to 1 on subscribers?
Yeah.
Nearly.
does ripping on KP, does making crank calls on KP's server?
Riley, what is your channel? How many subs do you have?
No, right. I'll go buy the printer right now.
No, that's too
like I
sad.
said-
That'd be too
No,
sad.
no, you're gonna pull. I'll go to Analysis Daily and hunt you the fuck down, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like
like I-
233, 236 or something.
Purple Tinker has 84
Yeah,
subs.
there it is. Riley Miller, 236. Riley, goddamn,
And I don't-
fucking Miller
and-
has
and-
more
and-
subscribers than you, Purple
And
Tinker.
Anthony, I don't go
I'm
around
just going
saying
to take
things
that
like,
as a compliment.
You
know,
because
something
I
else
need
that-
to.
Something else
Hold
that's
on,
really
can I
sort of,
make
like,
another
surprising
point
me is
here?
that-
So we've established I have more people slightly interested in my stupid YouTube stuff than Purple Tinker. I don't go and like I vend at conventions and so does Purps. Like, you know, we do enough of the same shit.
Yeah.
And she does our prints, but like I don't go around going like I'm the only big name person who cares about this. Like
I'm taking my Dockies.
I am like this is my moment to make a stand. Like and yeah, I do feel a lot of the time where it's like, man, just when you think you have a voice in something, it's like yelling into the wind because they're like, nah, he did Thriller or whatever. Like,
Yeah, let's
no, we needed a fucking really. You go find a fucking paramedic to volunteer for your convention.
All right, let's get back to this too. So I got about a K out of her, which was pretty strong considering. Shelly D got 1.6K. Owen shit the bed because, you know, Owen shit.
Oof.
Well,
Yeah, he half-assed it, and
Somehow
the
not
highest
past 80.
the highest viewed video, as far as I can tell, about Purple Tinker is Everfree Radio's news special. That's Final Drafts Group. That's the people that she would go on to hate. Is her legacy on YouTube? Bravo, you've done it, Tinker. Bravo, fucking no.
and I mean, and that's just like YouTube. I don't know. I don't know what. I mean, I know behind the scenes this person is active enough to stay. You know, is there anyway.
I know on Twitter, like they're like really active. Like I'm looking at freaking
Well,
like
here's the
3,000
thing, but like
followers.
I don't. Let me put it to you this way: you can't go to a Brony convention.
Oh,
Doesn't matter which one, and not run into someone who has an opinion about Purple Tinker.
Yeah, exactly.
One way or the other. So there is a certain level of awareness that afternoon sojourner,
Yes.
the bad lieutenant, has arrived.
Oh, hello, Leo.
There isn't anyone who doesn't. You know, I just don't know if like, wow, it's like one of those sort of. Well, classic Honey move. Any attention is good attention, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's in the handbook, right?
All right.
Doesn't matter if they hate you; they know who you are.
Let's get back to these. Da, 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 da. I think I said all this
Oh,
shit.
fear crip with cream head.
It's back. I'm leaving the Brony fandom. Yeah, I feel like I've touched on all this shit already. That's,
Leaving
It's just
the fandom.
Typical
What is-
stuff.
I know.
whenever
I know.
somebody
There's
leaves a
one more
fandom.
thing I want to get to. I want to get to the fucking Mint Heart reading, which I was gonna do on the main. You know what? I can always include that in a fucking video.
You can do that in an actual video, yeah.
But there's
you can
no reason. Yeah, look, this will
you
be
can
a
do your
reason for
classic,
people. Yeah, it'll be a reason for people to sub to this god awful channel.
classic cross promoting of channel. Anthony's expanding across channels.
Yeah.
He's building new audiences on exciting platforms.
Let's see if I can find
His brand is through the finger brand is through the roof right now.
this. Yeah.
Finger Boy is doing great.
I've
Finger.
given up trying to correct people about that.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
like, no,
fucking,
because
like,
dude,
last time I
if
heard
someone
it.
could get a fucking badass nickname like Finger, you'd be like, oh shit, that's awesome. Like, right?
He
Like,
fingered the guy.
I just thought it was funny. Like, what the fuck kind of name is Finger?
no, it's not. It's a misnomer. That's what makes it an even better nickname.
Yeah, like freaking like you know, people would always get it confused because like I know Unfunny like got it confused. It's like, oh well, it's called Finger.
like
no,
I
Augie did it
like
too. Sweetie Bloom did it.
no, I
back in the
remember when
day.
I saw Box do that at Babs Coding. It's like, hey, Finger, listen, I got to tell. Like he was like, like I was like, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Hella people, just it's on brand. That's one of those things where, like, you don't get to pick your nickname ever.
I haven't fought it that hard.
No, and why would you? You'd be like, oh, Finger, that's cool. That's fine. That's a cool ass nickname.
Okay, I don't want to open that up. That's for damn sure. I don't want to open up the Glenn screenshots.
Damn, sure.
What the fuck
The
is an
Glenn
open
screenshots.
secret relationship? Well, here's a weird thing. Like, asking something about that is like trying to deconstruct, and I don't mean to get too like.
Okay, so I'll
What's the word
explain.
I'm looking for?
We're very open
What's an
about
open secret?
We're very open about it being a secret, you see.
Yeah, what is an open secret? That's one of those things where, like, people who have power can't. Okay, listen to the 5-minute podcast called "The Japanese Businessman," the 5-minute podcast, and that is an entire sketch of Will Sasso explaining how an open secret works. Like, there you go. That's the best explanation I have, and nothing I can say will do this idea or concept justice. And who was claiming that Anthony and Button's relationship was an open secret, or is that the claim here? Who was saying that open secret relationship thing? Buttons?
Buttons,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Buttons.
Okay. So no Buttons. This wasn't a thing where
All right, I found
it was an open secret. No. Anthony said as many times as he could very clearly, we're not a thing. You know, I'm not gonna like. If someone goes real hard and wants to flirt with you, that's no guarantee that they're not gonna flirt back. But when they clearly say like,
I just
we're
want
not
to
a
let
thing.
you know. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not a thing. Then no, that's not what that is.
I mean, let me
when-
do you one more solid here, Buttons. Let's say that you managed to find far enough back. You can opt out of a relationship at any time. That's not abuse.
No, that's not. No, giving up, saying like I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
That's not. That doesn't count as that. That's loving something and letting it go, even if you want to super romanticize it. If you need to give it a spin like that, then someone just going like we're not a thing, can't do this. That's it. That means it's over.
Who?
That means that all the work, even if you keep flirting with that person really hard, that doesn't mean you're a thing just because you're doing that.
All right, so we'll get to this now.
Yeah, there has to be a mutual understanding.
Here we go. This is the Twitter post, and I definitely will try and get to this on a different channel. Make sure we scrunch all that shit in there.
What is this?
So this is fucking Mint Hearts. And I have all the images fucking pulled up. Yes, spoken. So did far enough back I can send you screenshots. Thanks, Rouge. No claim coming from Buttons is that FNGR had an open relationship with them and wanted to keep it a secret. If far enough back, yeah. Fucking I didn't want to deal with goddamn Vita if we look back far enough back. But no. Every time recently that they were like tried to initiate a relationship, I was like, I'm pretty good being a friend. And they were
Yeah, how far back was that? And like, I don't.
let me stretch this out so I'm having trouble reading this. Okay, here we go. The more I read over the conversation with good burb from BC staff chair, the more uncomfortable and confused I become. It comes across as trying to steer me away from speaking up about Grizzly, and things more and even makes me a bit doubtful to put this out there. I'm hesitant. Now, I don't believe in the term gaslighting, but, Brony.
Well, I mean, gaslighting in the literary sense, or like, let's say, do I believe that someone might use their power to manipulate this conversation? I mean, all the pieces are there for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll continue reading. To speak about this, and I've even been shaken a bit I'm even shaking a bit. Uncommon for me unless I'm really nervous or scared. I don't even want to be silenced. I don't want to be silenced. I don't want to be hesitant because I want people to know. But I don't want to hurt the others. Should I stop talking about this at this point? No, and this is from Leo. You keep talking. Don't let this clown guilt you into silence. Now, granted, I would have probably have done this at another time, and I probably still will. But Hateful Tate was like, I'm bored. This is paint drying. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'm
This
not.
is paint drying.
Anthony, what are you
Amuse me.
doing?
I want you to be my
I'm
dancing
bored.
monkey. Yeah, alright, so let's... Alright, so let's get to the first one. I wish I had a really good voice for this earlier, and I can't do it now.
Oh.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't anti-Semitic. So this is from Minhart. Others who were hurt by Grizzly have directly expressed that they've had a difficult time with the publicity and appreciated things being handled privately. You are all different people with different comfort levels. Actually, is this good bourbon? Oh, yeah. You are all different people with different comfort levels. We need to make sure that people who are the most vulnerable...
Is this not the most, like, corporate-sounding response?
Yes.
We are different people with different synergy interactions with the... Bam, 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 like
Yeah.
God, this is the most corporate-sounding shit of all time.
Least comfortable with publicly are not going to be hurt further. This kind of reminds me of, like, at the beginning of The Boys fucking show, where the guy, like, tries to get him to sign the waiver about his girlfriend's death. Now, that's your standard non-disclosure agreement. Here's $50,000. We're sorry your girlfriend's dead. Okay, so continue.
No.
Yeah. Ultimately, there is nothing I can say that will change your opinion. I apologize that a public statement isn't something we will be doing, and again, encourage you to let me know if we can do anything else. Now, I want to let you guys know, this is the same BronyCon that couldn't wait to make a public statement that Vita Pony was banned from BronyCon. They couldn't wait to subside.
Wasn't that like less than a day or something?
Even if it was a week. Like, this has been damn near a month since this shit happened, and they're like, we're not going to make a statement. Yeah. Even if we aren't expressing care in the way that you would like, I and many others care very much about making sure justice is served appropriately to the members of BronyCon's... I'm ad-libbing. I need to head to bed.
And appropriately to all the members of this organization. Furthermore, our three, like, are you a member of our point system? Like, it was a pre-recorded message the whole time. Your call will be answered. Thank you for calling BronyCon.
Yeah.
Your call will be answered in the order in which it was received. Like,
Big Willie wouldn't
our
do this.
standard to our customer service and fandom safety is second to none. Any public statements we choose to make or not make will be made in the order in which they're received. To
you know
make
what would have
it,
been great? That'd have been Dr. Wolf at the
to
end. Can I
sign
get
a
my check
non-disclosure agreement, press 1. To volunteer for our convention, press 2. If you are a licensed security officer, EMT, or medical professional, please don't hesitate to press 3.
Fuck, how do you bring up the fucking...
By calling this phone number, you have agreed to BronyCon's non-disclosure agreement. You have also simultaneously agreed to volunteer for several other conventions. To be taken off this list, please press 6.
Okay. I need to head to bed now. I'm happy to talk further in the morning if you'd like. Well, all right. I know I don't...
Good night. I hope everyone sleeps well tonight in their nice, comfortable beds.
And have a happy tomorrow.
Thank you for calling Brooklyn Bedding. If you had a problem with one of our orders, please call the customer support line at 1-800. Like,
yeah, no shit. Well, all right. I know I don't want to cause more stress to the other victims, especially nor the victims of us. Not much else to say at this point. Have a good night. Now let's pull up the next one. Browse. This is Mint 2. I know this... oh, wait a second. Hit OK. I know in this situation this policy is tougher to understand. So much of this is public, and that you're probably, unfortunately, gotten used to the stress of having things open to the public comment. However, BronyCon's reach is very broad, and making a statement would bring much more intense scrutiny on you than would otherwise occur. many people who would follow BronyCon on the social media aren't. You know what I would ask here? If Vito were around, have you exceeded a unnecessary or an uncomfortable level of scrutiny more than usual?
Yeah, did the hammer drop? Did you have to keep a low? Like, yeah, what happened in the weeks following this? That's a really good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, that might explain a lot, actually.
Yeah, because if that's true, I mean, it's possible. I can't really say in that case, but continuing on.
We never asked him.
We never asked him because until reading this just now, it didn't occur to me. Many people who follow BronyCon's social media aren't aware of what's happening. Yes, that's a problem. And the quickest way to increase...
that's the whole thing. Like, do you realize that Purple Tinker resigned from the fandom because of this? Because no one's talking about it.
The quickest way to increase the... Yes, Mag? Okay, you have nothing to say. The quickest way to increase the reach of the likelihood of another bad actor seeing the information, oh, are they talking about me, would be like to make a statement. A lot of sensitive information about you and others. Mid's already in touch with all the bad actors.
No, I think that they're inferring from that, like, now.
I'm including
now
myself.
Other people like other people
myself.
like.
Yeah.
I think that they're referring to like the people like Grizzly as the bad actors.
I stand behind everything I just said. Taking into account what you said.
There could be some double meaning there.
Yeah, I stand behind everything information others.
If anything we're doing is acting badly right now, then I guess we're just a bunch of bad boys.
Would be like to make
smoking cigarettes.
A lot of sensitive information about you and others is out there, and we'd like to do what we can to make sure it doesn't get into the wrong hand. Hi, I'm FNGR. Wrong hands and make others worse for any of you. At this point, we have additional concerns that making a public statement would come across as trying to win back goodwill rather than out of sincerity. You are absolutely right. And you know whose fault that is? Yours!
Yeah, your insincere initial response is the reason that would occur. Not because of anything anyone who's sincerely concerned is doing, but oh my god. Wow, this is worse than I'm not sorry, and it's the fandom who are the real bullies.
Yeah,
like, this is worse than that.
No, I've got one. Remember the apology that came out of Dr. Wolf, and they kind of walked it back?
Oh.
Yes.
You know what? I wanted that walk back. I don't care. I wanted it, no matter what. I'm like,
this
okay,
is
cool.
like,
Yeah, We Are Learning is better than this somehow.
This is we're learning.
Yeah, if people...
we are learning.
If people chose to believe that this is
At
the part
this
of the...
point, we have additional concerns.
If people...
Making a public statement.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, if people chose to believe this is part of the cover-up, that's their prerogative. Right now, we want to focus on providing support to you and getting the appropriate action taken up against Grizzly. You know what,
that
Brony
is
Inspector?
like...
Yeah, I was wondering...
You know what?
Give a
that
real
is like Dr. Wolf level, Brony Inspector, fucking stupid paranoid. If people want to choose to believe that that's part of the cover-up, that's their prerogative. Right now, we want to focus on providing support for you and getting the appropriate action taken.
Now, here's a coupon to TCBY. What do they have these days? Cold Stone Creamery, yes. Is it $1 off to Cold Stone
Creamery? Which one of these? Here's your TGI Fridays gift card and a non-disclosure agreement, and let's just call this one a day, shall we?
I'm a very busy man, and I don't have all day. Yeah,
and I certainly shouldn't have said we were covering anything up. I
think we're getting another Dr. Wolf, everyone. Yeah.
And I certainly shouldn't have said the fandoms could be idiots if I wanted them to be. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't have said any of that. Wow.
I'm just imagining Sheer Goodberg marching around their fucking... That little bitch! Those were TMs! How goddamn dare you!
How dare you!
How dare
Go
you?
kiss up a rope. I hope you never see another DM I ever sent to anyone.
Support to you in getting the appropriate action taken against Grizzly. Let's see. I mean this in the kindest way possible with so much information already out there. I have no issue. The other victims are known and none of us... Wait. The other victims are known and none of us have been harassed in any way. Good! Certainly not because of this. If I'm being 100% honest with you, it's more distressing to think that BronyCon staff don't care enough to say something about it and intend on keeping all of their followers in the dark instead of spreading the word.
No, look, you guys, hey, Brony Inspector here. Anyone want to know whether the cons are doing a cover-up on this Grizzly the Medic thing? When I brought it up in the BabsCon staff chat room, or when I brought it up in the BabsCon chat room, the person who runs that con showed up and said, hey, let's move this conversation to the staff chat. And it was the last anyone ever talked about it.
All right.
So, yes, of course there... Yeah, there's that's happening, guys. That's not a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I'm just imagining, like, say, I don't know why I'm thinking of Fiora the Tank Girl, like, pulling up like a toilet paper roll, screaming into my ear, forget!
Like, send out the hold on, we got to send out the big guns on this one. Yeah, no, just like who's the new Golden Gates this year?
I didn't think my request to say something publicly would be so hard to follow, and if you think people would think that you were only doing to win back popularity instead of out of sincerity, makes it sound like you're only approaching me out of obligation and not sincerity. Oh, mate, you're good. Oh, you were good. That was. I feel like if you came up with that
I take back. Who wrote that?
This is Mint's reply. Mint, if this was all yours,
Mint said that.
Yes, that's good.
Who helped her write this?
I think somebody over. I have my guesses. I'm glad they did, but I have a feeling that probably somebody who was somewhere else helped them write this.
Who helped them write this? Yeah. This is really good.
If you sincerely cared and wanted to help, you'd spread the word and make a public statement. I know I'd be very grateful to see it publicly addressed, and I'm sure the other victims would be grateful as well. I have this idea. If you've ever seen, there's this music video out there called "It Just Works," where I'm just gonna put that every time I cut away to just Goldberg or whatever goddamn name is. Oh, I have plans. Terrible plans.
Oh, Anthony.
Are
you guys? Yeah, the mind boil. Yes, the heart watches as the brain burns.
Yes. Who is trying to talk?
Yep. Are you guys streaming right now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Awesome.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. We're on page 4. Others who were hurt by Grizzly have been directly expressed that they've had a difficult time with the publicity and appreciate things have been addressed privately. You are all different people. I feel like we did this already.
We did that one already. That's when I started doing the corporate. The people who have been affected by this have all felt that they have different opinions on it. And creating a new focus group to decide what the best plan of action is our next corporate agenda meeting at our big corporate seminar giveaway nightmare retreat.
Good Burb, or whatever your name is. I do have it written down. You and Danny. I will be keeping an eye on you into the heat death of the universe, and I will make sure that this follows you around into the heat death of the universe until we get that public statement.
Everyone who ever did anything at BronyCon is the worst. That's the theme of today's stream.
I've got news for you. Like, he just has nothing better to do with his time. That's not true. I'm gonna find things to do in between, but I'm gonna make sure that you're my new long-term project. you're my new Lily Pete, my new Lou the Kitty. You're my
like this is God. We got the wheels are turning. Things like
now that we can make that more entertaining for the main channel instead of just reading it off.
Thank you for calling the BronyCon complaint department. Your call will be answered in the order that Brony Con Complaint Department. How may I direct your assistance?
You have a pedophile
Sir,
on staff?
sir. I do not need you to get a tone with me right now, sir.
You know who would be perfect for the guy calling in?
Yeah.
Bubba. Bubba would be perfect.
Oh no!
I got a problem here with what you've been doing. Oh, that is amazing.
I am
yeah.
on my third tall boy, ma'am.
That is that literally is like the Mike Judge setup for how they made Boomhauer. Was someone called in MTV to complain about Beavis and Butthead, who was just like, "Hey man, hey look, I got to tell you all about what I got problems." Like he just went on this like one long run-on sentence about things he didn't like about Beavis and Butthead. Like, hey, BronyCon, okay, that'd be perfect, sir, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. BronyCon complaint line. How may I direct your assistance?
There. Just change the tags. Anybody have any questions in the chat since we're open to discuss? Let's look at the participants. For
Any hot leads? Anything we're missing this week, guys? It's Monday.
Nope, no question.
Just got up. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Animal sex. Animal sex.
No.
Animal sex. Well, we gotta boost engagement, Anthony. Animal sex.
Why? Why?
A zoophile got unsuspended from Twitter. There we go.
Yeah. He experienced more than usual.
Oh yeah, that zoophile guy, right?
Yeah, like one of the fucking most famous ones on Twitter fucking got unsuspended.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, shit.
Yeah.
That's
the guy who
that's
raped
kind of
200
bad.
dogs, by the way.
Fuck.
When was the last time he had sex with an animal?
He updates his Twitter regularly whenever he like.
Is
he
this,
said that he fucked-
is this Wintergreen Wolf again?
This isn't Winter.
No,
Oh,
No, it's a
Whiskey.
different one. This is a bigger name, I guess.
Yeah.
And the animal sex.
In the world of animal sex, this guy's way bigger than Wintergreen Wolf.
What do they what do they call it? I know the Monkey Jones
Alu-
community,
I
the
think
animal
Alu
sex
Kai,
community, right? Is that what we're
in
calling
the,
it?
in the animal sex community.
Yes.
Anyone using the word community in a sentence is just doing that to be as an overarching excuse to be an asshole.
You know what I want? If I could throw a couple of bucks at Netflix, I want to
Keep in mind,
I want
if
a
someone-
screenshot of like him opening up the newspaper. Let's see what's going on in the animal sex community. Just shakes
if
up.
someone's using the word community in a sentence, be prepared for that to preempt them being unreasonable about something.
Yes.
I'll
like-
send the link again. If
Well,
you
the thing
really
about
want.
this community is
I'm not gonna look through Twitter. on-
$50,000
Okay.
isn't that much money.
Yeah, that's just asking for getting in trouble. Fuck.
There's an entire Google Doc about him, but it's not NSFW. If you want that.
I don't want to. Unless he's
Okay.
like been known as a dipshit, and that's kind of out there.
Yeah.
They got him. They're on this.
Yeah,
Ladies and
I don't know
gentlemen.
how he got unsuspended though, because literally, like, they made bestiality illegal in Costa Rica, I think, right? Recently.
No, he's Latino. I thought he was European.
Costa Rican. That barely even. He's like. That's like
He's
the
American.
skinniest part of the planet. No one wants to live there.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking Puerto Rico.
That is like the skin. That's like besides like an eye. Only thing skinnier. Any like no continent has a skinnier part. That is ridiculous. Like islands are skinnier, but like no one like you live on an island.
I thought
Like
Costa Rica was an island, wasn't it?
no. It's like on the equator
Okay.
or maybe in South America.
Isn't that
Or
Central
am I thinking it-
America?
It's Central America. It's the skinny part of the continent between North and South America.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the middle of Nicaragua.
Yeah, Nicaragua.
I was gonna do that.
I heard
Oh,
something
I
else
got
for a
beat you
second.
to it, Anthony.
Oh, damn
Nicaragua.
Nicaragua. That is fun. Man, that is fun to say.
say.
That is like
Yeah.
Like Raul. Raul was a fun word.
Oh, Raul, where's Raul? Oh, Raul sounds cute.
You know what? Do I want to do that here? I would have done that earlier in the fucking stream.
What?
I was considering putting on the Patchwork Heart fucking stream, but I was like, oh, that's gonna be really long.
No, that's no, I don't like.
No, that sounds like a bad idea.
Sucking yourself back into the internet, Anthony.
Yeah. I mean, I have it. I'm just putting that out there. I want to keep.
No, I know,
people.
and like.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep.
It's
telling
not.
people.
If it were good,
Well,
this
the
would be
first
one of
part
those
is
things.
the first part of it, like like when we were going for like the first hour and a half.
Oh, wait, that went down.
Yeah, Patch took it down. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yes, that's why. After Patch is like, this is going down, and I'm like hell it is.
Well.
Yeah, you were wrong.
Oh, that's very disappointing. I was hoping that that one would be immortalized forever. I had some
it will.
very
Brony.
good riffs on things that day. Yes.
It's not going anywhere.
Yes. Yeah, the one on your side's still there. I mean, we said basically all the same shit.
Oh no! Like they told me to stop streaming, and I did, but
It did get better. There were better parts. Like, see, here's the thing. Like, for me, I was just sitting here, like, talking with you the whole time, and, like, the moment where it switched from your stream to hers is, like, that is not a static place for me in my mind. You get what I mean?
No, I know we were talking for like 2 hours on this stream, and then we switched over. No, because I remember asking.
Like
so
4 hours of fucking talking that day.
Yeah, but there. Okay, maybe, and again, I'm dealing with this. That's the main reason keeping me from really editing it. Is like, I remember it being good, but I remember being really drunk too.
That's the thing. Like, I remember it being like.
There were times you said this is good.
And it was one of those things where, like, for the people who were there, it was like, and it was their responsibility to regale all for the day that stream, that crazy drunk stream with all your favorites, and they were back for that one foul afternoon.
Well, I mean, if you clipped it down and fucking took out unnecessary bullshit, I think you could definitely have a good product there.
I think like, here's the thing, I just like that cast.
Yeah.
I just like that cast, Vita and Patch and you and me. Like, I just think that was like, and like everyone who was there, like, I think it was just like, I don't know. Patch is fun for me on a podcast. Like, I don't know why. No. Like, I think she's just fucking like
there.
No, dude. Like, she's on it. Like, she knows, or they. I'm sorry. That's the thing. Like, not trying to misgender. Not trying to misgender Shybro here, dude. Not trying to do that.
I gotta correct you because, like, I have to. I gotta help the homie out.
No, and I'm not, and I don't want to, and I don't mean to do that. So that's the thing.
Fine.
Like, but like,
Fine.
I'm an old man here, and I just gotta get used to the way that people is talking all the same way these days. And we were talking about their testes being up inside of them, so yeah, like I got a full scope of this whole person. I'm not trying to misgender them.
Okay.
No, like the whole setup seemed great. Just like maybe a little too drunk. Maybe it was too drunk of a podcast is the issue.
Yeah, I do think
that might have been it. And I don't, man, maybe we should try it again and drink more. I don't know.
I can't drink, but I can do the other thing.
I can get high on Marijuana.
Marijuana.
Yeah.
Weedawana.
Why won't it fucking switch
Mary
over?
Jane.
Yo, Anthony.
What?
Oh, okay, damn.
What?
So, I was gonna say, yo, fucking, I was gonna donate to you, your super chat, because I have
I appreciate that, Mix, but we're on the non. If you want a sub fan and friends, so I could get up to a K, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
What did you want to what again?
He can't get super chats on this stream.
Yes.
Oh no, I totally understand that.
Yeah,
Like,
if I'd have
I'm
been
just
on
saying,
D
like,
Live, you could have
like
sent
at
me
first
some.
I was fooled that like it was on like the main channel. It's like, oh yeah, finally I could super chat Anthony with like fucking
No,
like
no,
the
it's
$3
okay.
that I have.
Mix. If we'd have been on D Live, you could have sent me some Chinese lemons.
Anthony can
Right.
trade those. Did you know that he can trade those in for a Tesla Model S after he gets 10 billion of them? They just send a Model S to his house or a Model 3.
Oh, just
Tesla
10
Model
billion of them.
3.
Good to know.
Yeah.
That's a pretty sweet
You
deal.
trade Chinese lemons for Chinese lemons.
Oof. That's an oof, sir.
That's the greatest. What are you talking about? The Tesla Model 3 is the most accessible luxury good Americans can ever hope to own. It's an American car. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's fucking.
Fucking Chinese lemons.
Oh, I remember what I was doing. I opened up my laptop so I could check my Twitter without showing it with the screen. Let's see. I had 2
Weed.
messages. Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
I can't share that one. 1 second.
Uh-oh.
No.
Uh-oh.
Something about someone being arrested. That's interesting.
Who was arrested?
I can't give that information. Charged with breaking and entering and burglary. Something about a lawyer. It's from somebody very important that I can't give out right now. I'll give you
What?
a hint. It's somebody I didn't want someone else arguing with.
Oh.
Yes.
Wait. I'm trying to hold on.
They're from a certain community, and they're very important and well respected, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
A community. Okay.
Yes. And I just got that like about 40 minutes ago. What's this
I'm
shit?
intrigued.
On the other hand, I don't mind talking about fucking Oh, I know what bullshit we could talk about.
What?
Yes.
We can absolutely talk about fucking this shit from Kayla. 1 second. Messages. We could definitely go there. And bump. So I'm sorry, I have to say something about this. It's not right to threaten to harm some. Now this really could have been on the main channel. Threaten to harm someone over a TV show. This person's right now is feeling that they are the worst person in existence. It's wrong. This isn't the show's way. If there were real fans, they wouldn't do this. So, do you know who Big Jim's like? What, the director?
Right. So what happened with Big Jim?
So I'll just read
'Cause-
him. I'll read it off.
No, I heard someone saying something like, just leave this motherfucker alone,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Guys, I'm done. I'm getting hate and vitriol and death threats on my personal portfolio and webpage over you didn't like on a cartoon. The world sucks right now, and this is the worst important. This is what's the most important. You can dislike the work and dislike the ending, whatever you want. Now I'm really curious. I'm really curious. Like, I don't feel that anyone should get death threats for an ending, but I'm very curious if it was that bad. I sure would like to see how terrible that is.
Here's the thing, like, I
disavow. I totally disavow.
No, and that's the thing, like, anyone fucking with this guy right now, like, he fucking, yeah, everyone fucking leave this dude alone if that's what, like, and then I think the support, like, anyone who's, like, coming out, even us right now, I think calling attention to it is just, like, kind of like, man, this guy doesn't want any of it right now, is what it seems like to me.
And he's fucking unprotected as far as I understand. But personal attacks so far for me, sure some folks will consider this a win, which I think is kind of a dick move, but my only personal mental health, I'm taking a Twitter break and going to private mode.
Fuck yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
Thanks for thank you for some of you who said nice things, but I still can't comprehend how a show about love and friendship has spawned such hate and anger. I know this show means so much to so many people. I'm hurt if we were disappointed anyone. We wanted to make the best show we could. I'm proud of my crew and the show we made. I've made myself available to as many fans as possible, and by doing so, I made myself a target for hate. I need to take a break from this. I hope you understand. I've seen Big Jim at fucking Windy City Con at 2 different conventions. Well, let's see, spoken.
Well,
minds.
here's the thing with Big Jim. Like, he's not one to take a bunch of crap from the fandom.
Okay.
You know.
Well, again, I'm just going to respond to spoken mind. Crybabies got mad that their headcanons got destroyed. That's always going to happen. Let's leave it at that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is not so much that, but like, I know there's been other iconic shows that ended where people got death threats because of them just like, how could you do this? Like, didn't Seinfeld say, like, when Seinfeld ended, he got, NBC got flooded with letters that'll like, I'll kill those motherfuckers. Like, how could you do this?
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
Here's the gist about this. Jesus, I lost my thought. That's what I get for waiting. Leave it at that. At
Didn't
worst,
staff of The Sopranos get the same threats?
Yeah.
Well,
so that was
a real stupid ending. But anyways,
but still, every fucking time a show that people love ends, someone doesn't like it, and they are so pissed that they.
Can I not lose my point again? Okay, so
yeah.
My only, even if there's a bad ending, which I'm not saying because I haven't seen it yet, how the fuck do I put it? There already was a couple times where I felt like, oh, this episode could have ended, and this episode could have ended. You can always make yourself go back to your definitive moment in the show where you felt like it wrapped up. And for me, it was the one where they all wrote the book for everybody. And
we're not flawless.
When they locked themselves in the castle and the episode ended and nothing got fixed.
We got quirks and we got features, we got tulpas, we got creatures. Yeah, I remember the song. Yeah.
I thought to myself, this would have been the best final episode ever. It would have hit me right in the gut, and I'd been like, that was good.
Season 4's ending was pretty good too.
I wasn't ready to call it a wrap. I wasn't ready to call it a wrap.
We got tulpas, we got creatures.
Riley just doesn't like the castle.
We're just ponies. Don't trust them honies. We got.
What do you?
We got it going on.
How for you?
And the fandom will live on. I remember the song.
Okay,
yeah.
So Brony Inspector, where would you put the ending if it? I'm assuming you haven't seen the final yet.
I haven't. I have not. I'm waiting for it all to complete so I can binge watch the thing, Stranger Things style. We call that Stranger Things style.
What did you think of season 3 of Stranger Things?
Oh God.
Here's the thing. Like, I really like season 6 because everyone hated it.
Of Stranger Things, there's only 3 seasons of Stranger Things.
Yeah, well, there'll be 5. There's gonna be they're already signed up for. No, that's not true. 5 seasons of Season 4 is in production.
I want to point this out.
Season 5's already happening.
When Riley said season 4, I remember them announcing that they were going to do 5 more seasons during season 4.
Yeah.
I was one of the few people who remember that shit.
I remember.
Yeah, I remember you made a video on it.
I repeated that over and over again when people kept forgetting. Well, we don't know how long it's going to go. Yeah, we do. They said 5 seasons.
Greg Hoffman would say things like, "Well, we don't know how long it's gonna go." Then the person who worked on the show would like come in his chat and go like, "All right, I have the final dates for how long we have the animation contract for."
Yeah.
2017. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, it obviously could have been wrapped up before then if things would have gone in the toilet, but no, things went as long as they possibly could.
It kept going.
Yes.
And it kept going beyond that moment. As soon as there was a movie, we knew it was like 3 more years minimum.
Do you mean maximum or what?
No, minimum.
Minimum.
Because they're gonna. All right, did you see the fucking Hello Pinkie Pie short?
No.
Okay, it looks like Source Filmmaker with better lighting effects.
Tell you what.
And a alternate voice actor for Pinkie Pie, but for some reason they name drop waffles in it, and I'm like, what's he gonna come be the guest on her show and talk about sex pillow? Like, good thing they didn't get to that sex pillows segment. Like,
so I just clicked out what Pinkie Pie presents her show called Hello Pinkie Pie.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's already getting memed on. Okay, cool.
It looks like Open Source Maker.
It looks like Source Filmmaker, but better lighting.
Eh?
No, Hasbro did this.
And then Dr. Wolf was like, I hope this isn't going to be the animation for the next season. I don't think I like it very much. This is all just to sell toys to kids. I hate it. Yes, that.
Oh god, I really do hope it's not CG, honestly.
I love it. I love the way that shit looks.
There was some kind of shit that came out in Europe that people used to tease as Gen 5 called like Philly or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw. Like,
Here's the thing.
videos or shit back about it.
Like, no,
From-
they
from,
got her
like,
eyes
Italy or
all
something.
independently, like moving around and shit. They're clearly better rigs than Source Filmmaker, but
There's a lot of people who put love into that one, so.
I've always adored the Source Filmmaker scene in this fandom. So you're telling the like you are showing this to the wrong person. I'm like, wow, they name drop. They say waffles for no reason apparently. They
So Teen Titans Go.
I don't know. I liked it. But I like the way that looked because it looks nothing like Teen Titans Go. It looks like Source Filmmaker.
Equestria Girls Mini, that looks like garbage.
That looks really garbage.
Oh, holy shit. That looks terrible.
No, don't look at that. That doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared, Sam. Me too, little buddy. Oh.
I can't. I'm frightened.
God. Let it die.
No, see, I really liked.
Let it die. Let it die.
I really
let
liked
it shrivel
Hello
up and
Pinkie
die.
Pie. I don't know why everyone's being such a hater on. Look, if Ellen, you've been replaced. If they replaced Ellen with a Source Filmmaker looking Pinkie Pie as a morning talk show host, I would watch that shit every fucking day. Any of them. Like, this is a better talk show host right here. You got this little dancing, like Hasbro's like, yes, and we can actually map this into anyone anyone doing motion capture. In fact, we've done 4 seasons of a host doing motion capture that we don't even need. You just need guests. Like,
You know what would be funny?
do it Space Coast,
What?
Coast to Coast style.
Make Twilight talk like Ben Shapiro.
No, no. My wife is a doctor.
Now, if you made that open source for Maker and you dressed up Trixie like a doctor, I would be like, upvote immediately.
Sex pillows.
Twilight
Are
talk
your
real
children
fast so
safe?
people think she's smart.
There was a time in this fandom where you could literally type any song in the world into YouTube and there'd be a pony video of it if you looked.
Oh yes, I remember seeing
I
those.
miss that shit.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Damn, Purple Tinker. Maybe you had the right idea.
Yeah. I'm holding up this fandom. Shut the fuck
I
up.
think I might just be
Wait, she actually said
holding
that she
you
was
guys
holding up
back.
this fandom.
She said some shit like, like I'm the only big name that's. I'm
Well-
like, you're a big name.
I'm pretty sure Saberspark and like AC Race Best are probably the 2 most well-known people in the fandom.
Well, they meant like big name that's keeping an eye on any of this shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, Josh
Oh.
Scorcher's doing retweets and he's bigger than
It would
you.
seem, yeah, like Josh has retweeted that. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Even bullshit. Perps.
Well,
chill
I mean,
out.
as far
It's
as like reviews and stuff go, but I think as far as like
No.
mainstream attention,
No, but this is someone who will take any attention, whether it's negative or not. I was like, yes, I get that this is a person who, if you go to a pony convention and you ask what's your opinion on Purple Tinker, like most people will have one, but doesn't mean that it's going to be good for most people. Like, having a lot of people know who you are isn't always necessarily a good thing.
Yeah, Spoken Mind just said
Yeah.
Lightning Bliss gives this a spotlight. Yeah.
And as for Perps leaving, like, it doesn't, like, personally speaking, someone leaves all the time and they don't try. Well, even still, like,
years down the line when I ran into some bronies that I knew at a furry convention, and we all decided to go grab a drink at the hotel bar. They asked me, why did I leave the fandom? And I said, well, it was a lot of those politics involving that whole, who was going to be responsible for predators and whatnot. The whole thing just got to me, and I, decided just to, kick back and try to sell my prints to whoever would buy them and not really worry about, like, if you handle leaving the fandom, like, in that way, then no one, you don't give anyone a chance to hate you. I don't know why anyone would want to make a show about it.
Yeah.
It's a show about nothing.
Well, and as for, like, well, oh, Jim, I'll kill you, you son of a bitch. You ended my show.
No.
No, right, like he said, like, dear Jim, you go piss up a rope for what you did. I hope a bird poops on your car. I hope you get stuck in traffic today. I hope, like, I did, like, I remember he got on a thing on Equestria Daily once, a thread. I was like kind of making a bunch of shitty posts in it, and like he said something, and I was like, you know what, Jim? I hope a bird poops on your car. I hope, like I made a joke about like everyone like saying shitty things to him, like, but I was just trying to think of things that would like. You'd wish shitty things to happen to a person, but I'm like, well, these are all things that could happen anyway. Like,
Yeah.
A bird will shit on your car. You'll get stuck in traffic. A waitress will fuck up your order. Like, you'll lose a sock in the laundry. Like, I said all these things. Like,
I hope you get a hangnail.
like I hope you get a hangnail. Like all those
Drop your
things
phone between
were like
the seats.
And then he responded, was like, just stop. No poops on my car, please. No. Someone's gonna read that and want to take a shit on my car. Like some furry's gonna be like, oh, Brony Inspector said to take a dump on the guy's car. Like,
You'd be
I
strangely
don't know what's gonna happen. He's like, don't wish any of these things on me. Just leave me alone. I'm just trying to work here, guys. Like,
Oh god.
he's someone who's
my
like usually
job,
he is usually someone who sits there and is like such a good sport about shit. Like, no poops, please, no poops. No poop. Please, for the love of God, no poop. Like, that was his response. It's like, for the love of God, please, no poop. Like he's someone who's usually just like a good sport about all this crap, so that, like, I don't know, hearing him just be like, no, fuck y'all. I'm out of here. I'm gonna move to Ohio. I'm the Dave Chappelle of the My Little Pony world. Like, he's going to go into seclusion because of this.
So let's ask a question here. No one's seen the final, right?
No.
No.
So, do you want it to be a story arc or just random bullshit?
That's a good question, honestly.
I kind of almost want the random bullshit just because, you know.
Well, here's the thing. Whether it's either one,
It's
I
fine.
believe.
Wasn't I heard that there's gonna be like an epilogue or something
Well,
too?
I believe a dumb white kid once said, "How many times can something be completely ruined?"
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
you should go ask Star Wars fans.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Ooh.
Like, I remember when I saw the Last Jedi trailer for the first time, and I had my best riff of all time. It went, boom, The Last Jedi, and I went, they better mean it. Like, no more Star Wars. But then, dude, Werner Herzog is in Star Wars now.
Who's
I'm
that?
gonna shit. What am I doing in Star Wars?
He sounds
Why
so
does it-
familiar.
No, because he is Werner Herzog. He went and played himself in Boondocks because he knew he was a meme. He was Shriveldy Pivens in Rick and Morty. He was like, it's funny to say penises are big. It's funny to say they are small. The Earth Man is connected to his penis. Like, he went and did that bit. Like,
This man.
he directed a movie called Fitzcarraldo, which is an amazing movie about a crazy guy who dragged a bunch of people through the Amazon. But then, in order to make the movie, he had to drag a bunch of people through the Amazon, and
And the movie, it was sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy of itself, and Werner Herzog is insane. And now he's in Star Wars, and he's been one of my favorites forever, but now he's in Star Wars, and I'm like, I swore I would never watch another Star Wars, but here I am, I'm Werner Herzog. You have to watch Star Wars now. You said you would watch everything I do, didn't you? It is what we call a logical paradox.
I am kind of
That is
tempted
truly
to check
the
out
state of the Star Wars fan. Like, no, damn it, Werner Herzog. Werner Herzog will like pop in the dumb shit you want. Like, you know, if you're ever that friend who's like trying to tell your friends like, oh no, Werner Herzog's great, it's awesome, like, and you'll be like, no, he's amazing. And then you're all watching American Dad one night and Werner Herzog pops up and you're like, see, I told you all Werner Herzog was amazing.
Is he like
Here
Ron?
he is.
Is he like
You
Ron?
see.
Is he like Ron Perlman or what?
He's a film director.
Okay.
He made Grizzly Man. He watched the guy get eaten by a bear and was like, I'm not showing that in my movie.
Oh yeah, I remember that film about that guy who just went around with like nature talking with
Dude,
bears.
Grizzly
and shit.
Man is one of Werner Herzog's greatest movies. But see, here's the thing. Werner Herzog's subjects are always crazy people who go do crazy shit, and then he's a guy who goes to film that same crazy shit, so it's like he's no different from his subjects in that way. Like he made Fitzcarraldo and then was like, wasn't it awful what this guy put all these people through? And then to film this movie, basically put a whole film crew through all that. Like, he's either so self-aware that he doesn't care, or he is the ultimate, like, he doesn't get it and it's like that kind of Steve Irwin, let's see what happens. Like, I will be lowered into the crater of a volcano, and I will see what happens. And we're like, Werner Herzog's gonna get burned up in a volcano. Like,
Werner Herzog, no.
The subject of my film was burned in lava. His body was torn limb from limb as it burst into flames faster than the water could evaporate from his cells. Like, oh my God! Like, holy shit, Werner Herzog! Yes, is this metal enough for you? Like, yeah, he's legit like metal. Fucking, oh God, Werner. Like, but now you're the fucking bad guy in Star Wars. Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna
like,
be the Emperor or what?
No, he's the guy. He's the crime boss hiring all the bounty hunters in the new Mandalorian series.
Oh, well, that's
I thought we were talking about Rise of
yeah,
Skywalker.
I
no,
thought you were
talking about Mandalorian.
Well, that's a different animal, sir.
I still need to watch the Mandalorian.
Yeah,
trailer.
but it's got all the better people in it. Weirdly enough.
How do you spell Mandalorian so we could take a peek?
Like, time to hunt for space bounties in the Home Depot parking lot. Like,
Here,
you see
Riley.
the Tacoma with the Mandalorian sticker
Riley,
on
can you
that.
type
Like,
Mandalorian in the chat?
yeah, I don't.
okay.
Mandalorian.
Write it down. Write it in the chat.
I ain't got no learning.
Alright, fine, I'll try. You have to make me
Type Werner Herzog Star Wars. It'll be the first thing to pop up.
Oh, found it. Mandalorian trailer. Official trailer. I'll just pause it real quick and we can go through it without.
Werner Herzog is there. And like IG-88 is there. I'm like, that's my favorite Star Wars bounty hunter, and he's in this.
Oh,
That's
the robot?
neat.
The
Yeah.
super skinny one?
The skinny one. The scary one. I'm like, you're scary. Oh God, kill me. You're so scary. Like,
I know the story behind that thing in Bounty Hunter Tales.
oh, I know, and that's why. Like, is he not your favorite?
I watched Clone Wars.
No, fuck Clone Wars. We're talking about the fucking literary Star Wars universe. Official Guide to Bounty Hunters. Oh, and it's got fucking it's got Creed in it. It's got Apollo Creed in it.
So Michael B. Jordan.
I don't know what the actor's name is, dude.
It looks interesting enough.
Yeah.
It's got Apollo Creed. It's got Jon Favreau directing.
The only thing I'm annoyed about that I'm looking at his armor, it looks all battle torn. I'm looking at the helmet, and the helmet looks too shiny next to like.
Dude, he's like, I don't know, how do we know there's not going to be that titular, like, waxing the helmet scene where, like, at the end of episode 6, he's like, I need to stop bothering doing this. And it's like, we don't know whether this is well written or not, or whether they, like, the helmet looks a little new. Yes, he's obviously washed that since whoever had it before him.
His father.
That's what we call in the classic car world an over-restoration. The thing of it is, you got to subscribe to that whole, like, Howard Hughes fucking Wave of the Future, like, Disney only gets your dollars in advance fucking streaming service. If you want the cute dogs, you're going to pay. If you want Werner Herzog and Star Wars, pay. If you want...
I'm not buying Disney's exclusive
if you want every
bullshit.
episode... No, do you want Simpsons to disappear from everywhere else? Because it's about to. Get ready, motherfuckers.
Disney Plus is only going to be like $7 a month, though, and it looks pretty decent.
That's all they need,
too.
and that's all they need to greenlight every good thing they're about to do.
Except Spider-Man.
I mean...
Ah! Suck a dick.
You monster.
I have to keep pouring that on.
Time to hunt for space bounties. I have a Mandalorian sticker on my Scion TC. I think I know a thing or two about Star Wars.
I'm calling time of death.